Guys, you do not need to say that every sentence. It's a good starting point, but you don't want to say all users, all users, all users 3 times in a row, right? So get used to also just saying the, or just start with the relevant character if it's to do with a character. Like in this case, it's Winston's. Winston's oxymoronic. So whatever's most relevant, but you can always go back to the or through the use of the technique. You don't need to say Orwell. You can say Orwell when you're explaining what it means. I've put a basic structure there, but you're not meant to, and you shouldn't follow that for every single sentence. And by the way, just on that point, when you guys are doing your first piece of evidence, not that this one necessarily has to be the first one in the body, it will depend on how you order it, but whatever is your first piece of evidence underneath the topic sentence, I think it is good to lead with that contextual part, okay, in terms of over form. But because you can have form flagged in the topic sentence and then bring context in at the start of the next one. That's just a strategy that I like to follow. But either is fine. Okay, yep. Or instead of parallels, why don't you say parodies? Orwell uses the satirical form to parody the Soviet manipulation of history. How about that? Now, parody is a word when you mock. That's what he's doing. Yes, but parody is a part of the satirical genre. So that's why I would use parodies there instead of parallels, because that word plays into the genre that this is a satire. You could actually start it with parodying. Let's say you already established satire in the topic sentence. You could just start that sentence with parodying with ing at the end. Parodying the, what did you say after it? The Soviet manipulation or Stalin's manipulation of history.
Rewriting of history.
Great. The rewriting of history within the Soviet era. Within the Stalin Soviet Union or whatever. Yep, comma, cognitive uncertainty and the fact. See how you've doubled up in that effect? I would just reduce that to 1. It's stronger. And try and bring in a rubric term there. Exploring the fallibility of memory. So exactly why you don't want to have the double up anyway. It's going to be too wordy. So it's more that it reveals or reflects the fallibility of memory, which renders the individual human experience subject to exploitation or abuse, as you said it.